Welcome to Insta Chat with the Journalist. I'm Andile, aka the Journalist, and today my guest is Cubique DJ. This guy has been at it for a while. He's a soulful deep house DJ, and he was born and bred in Mpumalanga. And yeah, man, he's been giving us hits and soulful music for a few years now. So we're just gonna chat to him. He has joined us. He's right on time, which is awesome. So yeah, shout out to Cubique DJ, aka Thulani. Actually, Thulani is his real name. So he'll tell us in a second why he decided to call himself Cubique DJ. Yes, sir.
Yo, hey, how's it, man?
I know I'm good, man. How are you?
Murad, can you see me?
Yeah. I can see you clearly, bro. I can see.
All right, dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
I don't know if you remember, but I met you outside the club. Actually, you got us into the club. I was with Garth Brown. We were paying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You were with Skipani, right? You guys are Skipani, right?
Yeah. I was still with Skipani, So now, I have the journalistdj.com, which is a house platform. But yeah, I remember that day you were outside, and then you were playing, and then you left the decks to just come let us in, which was dope. I never thank you. I never thank you about that. So shout out to you for that, man.
Yeah, you guys made me leave the DJ booth.
Yeah, we made
Shout out.
Yeah, we made you leave the DJ booth because you wanted to go inside the club. But anyway, good to see you, brother. Even though it's digital,
Oh, yeah, it's good to see you too, bro.
Yeah, man. I just thought we should have this chat because obviously, you just dropped new music. You have plans, so we're just catching up with you.
Yeah.
But before we get there,
yeah,
your name is Thulani, but you go by the name Cubique DJ. How did that happen?
Yes, sir. I'm tired of telling the story because I change it every time. I don't really remember it well, but I know that it was actually inspired by Cuba. I know for a fact it was inspired by Cuba back in the day when we started doing this music thing. So yeah, I think I can thank Cuba for my name because he actually inspired me to actually start making music.
Okay.
I was a DJ before I'm a producer. I was a DJ before I started making music. So I didn't have an AKA at the time. I was using my original name. And then because Cuba was teaching me a bit of music production, and then I decided to call myself Cubique DJ, I guess.
Okay. And this was back in Mpumalanga, right?
Yes, sir.
And you were actually like a hip hop producer first before you got into house.
Yeah.
How did that transition happen?
I started by well, I don't know. Hip hop was not that big in my hometown, and the people treated us hip hop heads differently, and I got emotional about it, and I started making house music. And I guess maybe it was meant to be, because I'm better at house music anyway.
Okay, and then looking back now, are you still into hip hop? Would you ever go back there, or are you into house and that's just how it's gonna go moving forward?
I listen to hip hop more than I do listen to house, actually. Since it's always been my first love, but I don't make hip hop music anymore. I just listen to it. So yeah, it's always gonna be my first love. Yeah.
Okay. So I take it you have a lot of opinions around the current state of hip hop, but don't worry, I won't put you on the spot. I'm not gonna ask you what you think about Nasty C's album. I know it's a big debate right now.
I actually like Nasty C's album though. I do. I actually think it's a dope album.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Like I know in the hip hop community that's a big debate right now. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to Nasty C. You touched a bit about Cuba introducing you to music, and tell me about how what really went down, man. How was that experience like for you when you first started working with Cuba and him, schooling you about?
I actually have a picture of us the first day I actually went into his bedroom studio to actually see the whole software. I think we were using Fruity Loops 3 at the time. Yeah, the first day, I have a picture of that, and I got it from Facebook. So this is how it went down. I went to school with Cuba. He was my senior. I think he was like 2 grades ahead of me. And when I went into grade 8 to a different school, that's where he was, and I was a DJ at that time, so I didn't know how to make music. I could play vinyls, but I didn't know how to actually produce music because nobody was really producing music at the time. It was like, go Kent, go DJ Kent, and it was like, they were so far. And the only person I knew of that made music in my hood was Cuba. So I used to spend a lot of time at his house, and his mother would get so pissed off because we'd go into Cuba's house at like 7 in the morning and leave at like 1 a.m. And only to piss his mother off. So, you know, I'd be there and just watch him make music the whole time, and until I decided to like just make my own music.
Okay, I know that's dope, man. You know, you know, you guys started back then in Mpumalanga, and now you guys are both, you know, brands here in Joburg, and you're known throughout the whole country. You know, I personally got introduced to your name, you know, when Dugg released Deep Forest. I'm not sure which year it was, and I know you had a track there, My Glory, My World.
That was 2012.
2012, wow.
2012.
Yeah, that's
2012.
That's a while back, man. You know, Deep Forest, man. You know that was a beautiful compilation. How was that experience like for you?
It was nice. I actually enjoyed being at Deep Forest a lot because they gave us creative freedom. It was not like these other labels. It was not that professional, you know. It was like artists that just joined heads and created something. So that's what I liked about Deep Forest, because we're just working more than anything. So it was a nice experience because we toured together, we met a whole lot of people together. If it wasn't for Deep Forest, I'd probably be signed somewhere and depressed.
Okay, so they really helped, you know, put your career on the map.
Yeah, they helped me a lot, actually. Shout out to Java Po and Dark, you know, because they held us down all the time.
Yeah, man. You know, I was actually looking for that first compilation. I couldn't find it. What happened to that compilation, the first one?
I don't know. We didn't drop that on iTunes. Oh shit. I don't know. I still have it though. I think I still have it. Yeah, I still have the original CD. But I must speak to Java. He actually has to drop it on iTunes. We need the whole catalog on iTunes.
Yes, please do, man. Because I was one of those people that actually enjoyed, you know, that compilation from the first track, you know, up until the last track. So it'll be yeah.
Man, no, but I think it is there. If you check on Apple Music or Spotify, it's probably there. I think it's there.
Yeah. No, I checked it on Apple Music, and then also on Google Play. And I couldn't find it. But I know I used to stream it back in the day, but now recently I couldn't find it. So I just, you know, and I never had, and I couldn't ask anybody because I didn't know anybody, you know, from that stable. But
yeah, it's not there. There's only one. There's the second one. Yeah, we only have the second one only.
Okay, and then you know you dropped, you know, your first project had 12 songs, and you know, it had songs like Low, which, correct me if I'm wrong, was probably your biggest song or one of the most biggest songs that you dropped. So how was it like dropping?
Still is my biggest song. Yeah.
Yeah. How was it like dropping a full body of work for the first time?
Yo, it was exciting. I was young, bro, so it was overwhelming and exciting at the same time, you know. And the attention was just too much. I just got a lot of attention, you know, and I didn't even know how to act at the time, because even in my hometown, you just get out the house and people are just excited to see you because they saw you on Channel O. And you know, being on TV coming from the hood is a big deal. So they see your video all the time. They're like, yo, Cubique now. They're not even calling you by your first name no more. You're Cubique DJ now, and you're not even used to being called Cubique DJ. It was a big deal. So yeah, I was kind of happy the time. Yeah.
And then you know your song "Low" with Denny Dugg. I hope I'm saying his name right. You know, I know
Yeah.
obviously the song blew up a lot. Did you think did the song did you when you guys made that song, did you think it was gonna be as big as it became?
No, no. And you know how it was actually fun making that song because I literally made that song in like an hour. And when I was done, I didn't even I didn't mix it. So I don't do anything with it. I just sent it to him. And that was the first time I ever spoke to him. I inboxed him on Facebook and I was like, yo, what do you think of this beat? And he liked it. And he sent me a voice note on WhatsApp. I think I gave him my WhatsApp number. He sent me a voice note of him actually recording it. And I didn't even ask him to record it. And he sent me a voice note recording it. I think in 3 hours, the whole song was done and I started mixing it. He sent me the vocals same day. And we obviously was just jamming, so I didn't think it was going to be a big song. But yeah, ended up blowing up.
Yeah, and your sound is quite deep and soulful, right? And when I say deep and soulful, I mean in the in the South African context, you know, it's very hard to break a song or to break into the industry with that type of sound. You know, a lot of people would classify you as an underground DJ. So how did you do it, man? How did you make that song blow in the streets?
You know, I'm really picky when it comes to vocals. Vocalists, I've recorded so much music, and if I don't like what I hear, I will give you a direction, and it will end up the way I want it. And if it doesn't, I just leave it on the PC, and I'll just listen to it whenever I'm bored. So when I heard that song, at first it was just a song, and then I kept on listening to it. And then I was like, nah, let me call my friends, because you know when you're unsure of something and then you need extra ears. And when I called my friends, they immediately knew that song was gonna blow up. But obviously at the time I was like, nah, it's just, you know. So it didn't need a lot of PR because it's a good song. So most of my music is like that. If you listen properly to most of my music with vocals, it's actually good music. It's actually really, really dope music, well written, well produced. I spend a lot of time on one song. So I don't want to drop music just for the sake of dropping music. That's why I don't really drop much music. Because I want to make sure, I want to be sure, I want to be certain of the sound. So yeah.
Okay.
That's my creative process.
Okay, and also, you know, you also collaborate with other people as well. You know, I like the song that you did with Oscar Mbo, "Come From Far." Very deep song, but you know, it's very dope as well. So when it comes to collaborations with other producers, what's your creative process there?
Well, collaborating with other producers. So far, okay, this is the truth. Every time I make music with other producers, I literally make the whole song basically and just send it to them just for collaborations. The only producer that I work with, whether they're here with me or they're away, and we actually work together on the song, is McG. He will literally send me maybe chords or whatever, and I'll work on the beats, or I'll send him chords and he'll work on the beats and the bass line and everything. So that's the only producer I can work with. Until I find someone that I can work with like that, I think my collabs are always going to be me just sending music to the producers. Yeah.
And I know, you know, also that type of collaboration is not, a lot of people, the public are not schooled on exactly what, you know, what happens when two people that are not actually, that don't have vocals on a song, you know, what the collaboration really is. For, you know, in your explanation, like, what's the difference between a producer and a beat maker?
A producer, I feel like a producer is some, you know, let me put it in a graphic design perspective. You know, a graphic designer will first, if they're working on a logo, they'll first draft it down, they'll put it down on pencil, and they put a few ideas down, and then from there on, go on their software and start designing. So that's what a producer does. They will work on the beats and the melodies and everything, and they will direct the whole process, even the vocals. You will like, and then engineer the whole thing, mix. If they can master, also it's a bonus. You know, if they can mix and master everything, I feel like that's what a producer is. A beat maker, on the other hand, is a person that makes beats.
Yeah.
They just make beats.
Yeah.
So a producer makes the whole song. The whole song. So he's the creative person. He's the guy that comes with all the creativity. And that's why I feel like I'm the producer, because literally all my music is produced by me. And some of my music is produced by me and McGkeys. Shout out to McGkeys. I hope, I wish he was watching this. But yeah, shout out to McGkeys. He's actually one of the guys that's always been there for me. Like he used to DJ with me when I started DJing. He used to actually behind the piano while I DJ. You know, we've been doing this thing for a long time now. So yeah, he's good for my energy. So shout out to him.
No, he's actually watching now. I see his comment. He says, he says, oh yeah. Shout out to McGkeys.
Oh, I was not checking the comments. Shout out. Yeah, my boy's online. Away.
Yeah, and to everybody that's watching, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions for Cubique DJ.
Yeah, I see Thulani Patrick. He's been there since day one also. This guy, Thulani Patrick, he's always been there. He used to run this show on QH radio. It was one of the biggest deep house radio stations in the world. So he used to put me all the time. Shout out to him. He's also he's a big part of my journey.
Okay, shout out to Thulani Patrick. Thanks for the for your input on the house scene, bro. If you guys have any questions, let us know. Just tap them out. So yeah, man. And obviously, you just dropped a song called "That's Alright" with Zano. I think you dropped it last week, right?
On Friday.
On Friday. So yeah, man, tell us about the collaboration.
I've been asking Zano to do a song with me for 6 years now.
Wow.
One song.
Wow.
Literally every year, let's make a song. But I haven't been sending him the right beats. I haven't been until a month ago. I bombarded him with beats. I sent him 5 beats. And I was like, I knew for sure he will choose one. Because all were hot. So he picked the one I thought he was going to pick. And after he picked that song, I had literally given that song to somebody else before him, but I forgot about it. So on the day he sent me the vocals, 5 minutes later, no. Actually, on the day he sent me the vocals, 5 minutes earlier, I got the vocals from the other guy. And they were both hot. But now, the other guy was actually well-fitting on the song. Zano was well-fitting, but the other guy it was just for him. So I crashed it, I took the vocals and created a new beat. And it sounded way better than the first one.
Wow.
So I kept on changing the beats. It was nice at first. It was actually a deep house song. And then I changed it and I was like, let me make this a mainstream song. So it's actually soulful and you can actually play it on radio in the club. So it was the best of both. Sort of like what I did with Low. Because Low is like a soulful song, but you play it in the club.
Okay. Yeah, no. And you really know how to balance the two. So shout out to you on that, bro.
I'm big on classics. I feel like you should make a song that will play today and 20 years later today.
Okay. So
when you check your Facebook for today, 20 years ago, it reminds you of that song and you're still jamming to it.
Okay.
So I love classic music. And that's what I make. I make classic music.
Okay.
That's what I make.
Simpiwa has a question. What does he enjoy the most between producing and playing live? What do you enjoy the most between producing or playing live?
I really can't compare the two because I'm happy. You know, I think I just saw my girlfriend. Yeah, she literally knows. As soon as I sit in front of the PC, I can't even hear what she's saying. As soon as I start making a song, I can't hear anything she says to me. So I just zone out. I really love making music. I don't want anyone to disturb me when I make music. And when I'm DJing, literally, I don't want nobody next to me when I'm DJ. I love it so much because I interact with the fans and everybody that's on the dance floor. So I love it equally. So I can't really compare the two.
Okay. Yeah, no, it makes sense. Makes sense. Well put. You know, 2020 has been a crazy year, dog, you know, for everybody. And I think a lot of people, creatives, use the time, you know, to be in studio. So I know that you know you working towards releasing your second album, Imagination Child, next year. So
it's actually not next year. Can't be next year.
When are you releasing?
It can't be next year. I'm definitely dropping it this year. I can't say the date yet. I can only announce the date when I have all my masters. But the album is 90% done. 90%. 4 years of work. I've been producing this album for 4 years.
Wow. And then how many tracks does it have?
I haven't really confirmed yet because I've produced like 50 songs now for the album. So I have to pick the best songs out of the 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And then, you know, the collaborations on the project?
Can I keep that a secret for now?
you don't want to announce that for now. Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, but the Zano song is there. It's definitely there. And I can mention maybe... Nah, let's keep it a secret.
Okay.
Let's keep it a secret.
No stress. K9 wants to know, when are you dropping the Low remix?
I'll probably put it on the album. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
You don't want to give us any information. You're just saying, no, we'll see.
No, I don't know. Because every time I just put out information and then things don't go that way and I disappoint people. I don't want to disappoint anyone.
No.
You know, I can say maybe I'm working with Adele on the album, and then Adele's team just like cancels, and then they cancel last minute, and they're like, we don't want that song on the album.
Okay.
I've disappointed people, so I don't want to disappoint anyone.
Okay, look, makes sense, you know, especially, you know, us as Africans, we don't want to jinx stuff by talking too much early before the stuff is out. Because we know by Allah, Abatagati out there. K9 has a comment. He says, remember when Noxious made us drop a one-on-one set at a meeting? Okay, K9, I don't know what you're talking about. What is he talking about?
I need to check his profile first so I can remember.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Because I've rocked a lot of Noxious's events, so I'm not sure which one he's talking about.
Okay. Mtulisi Patrick wants to know, will you ever get Nathan X on a track? Been crying for that one the longest.
I literally dropped the song with Nathan X a month ago. But yeah, he's my cousin, so I can get him on a song. He's just like a super busy guy. You know, when music will always be our first love, you know, but also we need to feed the family. I'm literally in the office right now. I haven't knocked off. I'm working. So we have to do some other work, and Nathan is literally always at work. So it's kind of hard for us to make music. But I think I might have him on the album. I hope we can record. It will be a last minute thing though, I know, but I hope we'll record. I see Dance Davaz in the house. Shout out Dance Davaz, one of the guys. He's also like Mtulisi Patrick, always been there. He's also remixed one of my songs, and it was like a big deal internationally. So shout out to Dance Davaz.
And you know, you're in the office right now, you're working, you know, at the same time you have to drop music, you know, you've got your career, You know, what happens when you get busy, when you get a lot of bookings and you have to play late on weekends or sometimes during the week? How do you balance work and the music?
I only just started working because of the lockdown. I literally only just started working because of the lockdown. I've always just got my money through DJ. But yeah, we got locked down and no more DJing, no more income, 2 kids, wife. Gotta get a job, bro. Gotta get a job. So I only started working 4 months ago. 3 months ago, yeah. So yeah. Thank God I've got other skill. I'm a graphic designer as well. So yeah, I got a job and currently working at F5, one of the biggest agencies in the country. So yeah.
Okay, wow, man, that's super dope. You know, you can just get a job just like that when things are a bit bad in the industry. You know, speaking
It's not
of,
just like that.
I
It's
mean,
not just like
lockdown
that.
started
You don't
when
just get,
like five
you
months
don't
ago.
just get jobs in South Africa.
Yeah.
You don't just get jobs in South Africa.
You know, speaking about jobs, and today, you know, guys from KZN are protesting. They say the country should be open. What's your opinion? Do you think that with the current state of affairs, events should go back to normal?
You know, this is a tricky one, you know. As artists, we really do need the money. We need events for us to make money, but also it's dangerous as well, you know. It can cost the country a lot of lives. So I don't know. I don't really want to comment on that. I just think though people really need the money, you know. And at some point eventually we're gonna have to do events. So that it's our livelihood, you know. Not everyone has got the skill to design. Not everyone has a job right now, you know. I'm grateful because I got a job, but not everybody got the same opportunity as I. So I guess I don't know. I don't know how to comment on this one. You know, it's tricky.
It's a tricky one, I know, bro. But you know, I just had to ask because you know it's a topical issue right now, and yeah, we all don't know what's going to be happening in the industry moving forward. But look, man, I really appreciate your time, brother. You know, it's good getting to know you better and just catching up. You know, I can't wait for your album to drop and to see who you've worked with and for you to keep us, you know, just giving us classics. Is there anything that I missed out on the interview that you just want to add?
I just want people to like be safe. You know, that's the only thing right now. Be safe, social distance. You know, if you guys are going to events, just make sure you guys are safe. Right now, that's all that matters. Take care out, and yeah, that's all, bro. I mean, it's the most important thing right now. And also check out F5 Creative. Yo, bro, I didn't tell you about F5 Creative. We are creating something great here, you know. And even for the music industry, we are creating something. We are about to build a lot of brands. So f5creative.co.za, check that out.
Okay, look, man,
it's crazy, bro.
It sounds like you know you're really enjoying what you're doing. You know your daytime job, which is great because you know some people get jobs just to get by. You are also invested in it, so shout out to you on that, man. We'll definitely check it out.
You know, I'd never. One thing I didn't tell you. I would never take any job that I don't like. I don't do what I don't like. I do everything I do. I like. I like designing. I like making music. I like producing music. I like DJing. Those are the 3 things I like. If you told me I must go work at a mine, I wouldn't do it. I'd go hungry. I'd definitely go hungry. And when Byron must stop asking me about chips. Byron must stop asking me.
Oh, now I know, guys. Now they want to talk about sports now. Look, man. 30 minutes. Thank you for your time and shout out to you, bro. Everybody that's watching now,
thanks for having
don't
me.
forget to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. The journalist DJ. Shout out, thanks, bro. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, sharp.